Well, the day has finally come. It almost feels like Christmas. Finally going to pick up the RV, and supposedly everything is fixed and everything is done. And I'm just hoping everything is fixed and done correctly. But yeah, it feels like Christmas for us. We've been without the RV for so long that we are ready to get it back. We are ready to get on the road and start doing some camping. Luckily, like I said last week, we took the time off from camping to be able to get a lot of work done around the house, which everything worked out the way it should. As Allie always says, things work out the way they're supposed to. But we were very frustrated in getting this RV fixed, I have to say. But I will say that we have some friends down right now. You probably know them. You're probably subscribed to their channel. And it's Mike and Lynn from Wandering Wagners. They made the trip down from Ohio, and they are staying at a KOA in Tarpon Springs. So we met up with them last night, had some dinner at their campsite. Tonight we're going to head over to their meetup that they're having at Hooters. They are having a actual meetup at the original Hooters in Clearwater, which, believe it or not, lived here since '87, and I've never been to that original Hooters, so it'll be interesting. Well, I have the RV picked up, and we are heading home. I gotta say, it seems like everything is fixed. I did not actually test the node, but the back jacks, he said, are supposed to be working as they should now. I did test the slide, it seemed okay. He did tell me that they did not replace the channels and the tracks that the motors go in. That was one of the things that they were fighting over. They wanted those replaced, and Jayco and the actual manufacturer themselves did not want to replace them under warranty. So it is what it is. It's working for now. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue. One thing I'm not happy about is where I wired the little switch in when the node did go bad, the relay in the node for those back stabilizer jacks. They charged me $220 to take 2 wires loose and to wire 2 wires back. I think that's a bit excessive, but at this point I was just like, I want to get the hell out of there. I won't be ever taking service back to there again, I guarantee you. Not if it's the last place on earth. I will hire a mobile tech, pay for it myself. We would have had this done a long time ago. So as it turns out, basically because of that, I could have bought the motor myself and replaced it myself. So future, I'm going to be replacing anything I can myself. Obviously this RV is out of warranty now, so it doesn't really matter. It's a moot point. But for the future, with the next RV, you can bet your sweet Bippy that I'm going to fix anything I can myself. It's just not worth the hassle. So if you are new to RVing and you're contemplating buying an RV, just know that the warranties, I don't care how good they say they are, 2 years, 3 years, what have you. If you're going to need warranty work, you better be prepared to be without your RV for a while. And I think that's across the board from everything I've seen. It's not just us, it's not just Jayco, it's not just this dealership. It's the way of the RV industry, honestly. So if you're not able to fix some things yourself, better be willing to have your RV taken from you while it's being repaired and having it taken for quite a long time. Just things to know. We still love RVing, and it's just one of those things. It's you just got to know you're going to have to deal with. Well, we're going to go back home. I'm going to see how I can back this trailer in by myself with the new camera system that I've never really gotten to use yet. And hopefully I can. Hopefully I'm able to back this in without the spotting of Allie. Wow, so I paid $220 for them to unhook these 2 wires from these 2 wires and hook these 2 wires back. And they didn't even bother putting the grommet back in. Really? $220 well spent. And inspecting the work here, I've noticed a couple other things that I'm not quite sure what's going on. Why there's 2 screw holes here, there's a screw missing, there's an empty screw hole here, and no sealant to put back on. I mean, really? Shouldn't they have resealed that? So I'm gonna have to reseal it. This is just still torn loose and ripped. This is still torn loose and ripped. I don't know. You can see there's no empty screw holes on this side, but there sure as heck isn't any sealant in there either. So you can see here, 2 open screw holes, another open screw hole, no sealant put back, and if I am not mistaken, this is a track that is supposed to have a bulb seal in it. I can't remember if it did or not, but I think it did. This screw is not even ran in all the way. They adjusted the cable slides, huh? You think that looks like that's tight, like it should be? I don't think so. That one's tighter, but that bottom one is not tight at all. And this is the other slide. You think that's adjusted? Wow. Okay then. It's horrible. And here's the top cable. Does that look like it's adjusted correctly? I don't think so. So with all that said, I fixed things back the way they should be and put things back inside. And I adjusted the slide out cables and tightened them up the way they're supposed to be. So I just went online and found out what the tension should be on those cables. 1/4 inch between your 2 fingers, basically, on the bottoms, and about a 1/2 inch deflection on the tops. Simple enough to adjust. I mean, it's just a jam nut on the inside, and you loosen that up, and then you just tighten it up, the nut below it. Simple. Run the jam nut back down. Why they couldn't have done that, I don't know. And whoever was in charge of quality control there, surprising you got a job, honestly. Going forward in the future, I'm going to do as much repair as I can myself. And in hindsight, I wish I would have just bought the motor myself. I seen them on Amazon for as little as 150 bucks. I could have replaced it myself and been done with it. We would have had it fixed within a couple days tops. I mean, really, it didn't look like it was that big of a job. So that's what we're going to do going forward. So we're getting ready to head to the Florida Keys, finally getting some camping in. We'll see you guys down south next week.